Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Our top stories this afternoon. President Biden made an unannounced visit to war-torn Ukraine today. He arrived in Kyiv as the United States signals its ongoing support ahead of the anniversary of Russia's invasion. Biden's visit comes ahead of a planned meeting with NATO allies in Poland. Friday marks 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine.
The NYPD investigating a possible hate crime at a restaurant in Soho. Video shows a woman setting a pride flag on fire earlier this morning. The flag read, "Make America Gay Again." Flames caused some minor damage to the front of the restaurant, but no one was injured. Police say the person responsible still on the loose.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis visited Staten Island this morning to meet with members of law enforcement. Dozens of people packed a catering hall to hear what the governor had to say. This visit comes amid growing speculation DeSantis could be gearing up for a presidential run.
New at noon, a 4-foot alligator discovered inside Brooklyn's Prospect Park is now getting acquainted with its new surroundings in the Bronx Zoo as the staff evaluates its health. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles joins us from Prospect Park with more. Darla.
Well, you know, this is New York City, so we've already seen names for this alligator being tossed around on social media. I've seen one name it Moses, another call it Godzilla, but really it should be named Mr. Has No Business in Brooklyn Alligator for obvious reasons. First of all, it clearly is dangerous to the park goers here, but it's also very dangerous to the alligator itself. I want to show you a few more photos of this 4-foot-long alligator found here in Prospect Park. As you can see, it's 4 feet long, and in terms of alligator size, it's really not that big because alligators can grow up to 11 feet long and weigh up to 1,000 pounds. Just imagine if that alligator had grown that big here in Prospect Park. But it was discovered Sunday morning near Duck Island here in Prospect Park Lake by maintenance staff. They called Animal Care and Control, who transported it, and they say the alligator was frail and in extremely poor condition because this is the dead of winter in New York City. Yes, it's been relatively warm here, but this is still a warm weather animal, and that alligator was freezing. And 24 hours later here in Prospect Park, it is the talk of the park.
One of my good friends texted me yesterday, actually, as I was walking the dog, that there was an alligator found in the park, and I thought, where are we? Florida? Like, so it's hard to imagine an alligator in the winter here in Prospect Park.
Did you believe it?
Well, he tends to be an honest person, so the sense of humor didn't kind of kick off. So I did, but it's a little bit unbelievable.
Okay.
You know, this is where they pulled it out?
Duck Island. So it's funny, I was just standing here. Everyone keeps asking me, where did they pull it out of the lake? A woman just asked me just now. It was found across the lake behind me, Duck Island in Prospect Park Lake. Now, the operating theory is someone may have had the animal as a domestic animal. It grew too large and they released it here into the lake. That is clearly illegal, and it is under investigation who may have released that alligator here in Prospect Park Lake. Reporting live in Prospect Park, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you for that, Darla. And Darla did touch on the mild temperature out there. It's a cloudy day, this President's Day, but these temperatures like this, I mean, going up to around 60, not going to stick around this week. We are expecting a drop. Sam Champion. A little bit, slightly.
A little bit. No, yeah, because we're into the 30s by Saturday. And I just want to tell you, as old Uncle Sam, it's okay to drop a dime on your neighbor who had the 4-foot alligator in the tub. It's okay to do that because it was cruel to put the alligator out in the water in these temperatures. So you know something, somebody knows something, so go ahead, you know, make that call. Here's what's going on. We've got a drier sky back off to the west, and this is making good progress because this is a loop of the last hour, and you can see it clear northern New Jersey, also down into the Hudson Valley. So the clouds are on their way out. Sunshine will break out. I think, David, keep me honest here, but I'm going to say before we're done with the show, we'll start to see some sunshine crack right here on Columbus Circle. Let's just see if that happens. 51 degrees is where we are right now, but we're headed to 61 degrees for a high temperature today. Sunshine will be with us for a couple of hours, then we'll cloud it back up. There are some overnight showers, and as a matter of fact, every day this week, we've got a little chance of showers till we dry it out on Friday. Complete forecast coming up in just a minute.
When I see the first ray of sun, Sam, raise my hand. Well, federal officials are stepping in to help people who live around a toxic train derailment in Ohio. More than 2 weeks after the fiery crash, police say, people there say they still feel unsafe due to dangerous chemicals in the air and in the Ohio River. ABC's Rena Roy with the latest.
More than 2 weeks after the fiery train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, growing questions and fears.
There's a lot of people that's very upset because we have unanswered questions. We've never even been told how to clean our house.
Shelby Walker says her family has suffered from eye infections, sore throats, and headaches with toxic chemicals filling the air.
My kids will never go play in our backyard again, which makes me very sad. Now it's never going to be safe for them in my eyes.
The crash ignited a fire that burned for days, prompting officials to carry out a controlled release of the hazardous chemicals and prevent a potentially deadly explosion. The NTSB now says 11 of the derailed cars were carrying hazardous material, one more than previously reported. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg putting the pressure on Norfolk Southern, the train company at the center of the investigation, saying in a letter, "You have previously indicated to me that you are committed to meeting your responsibilities to this community, but it's clear that area residents are not satisfied with the information, presence, and support they're getting from Norfolk Southern in the aftermath and recovery." Over the weekend, the CEO making his second visit, vowing to do right by residents.
I'm here to support the community.
In an open letter, Norfolk Southern saying the company, quote, implemented a comprehensive testing program to ensure the safety of East Palestine's water, air, and soil. Officials have reassured residents that the water is safe to drink, but many not taking any chances, using bottled water to drink and even cook.
East Palestine's mayor said the cleanup is going well, but warned it will be ongoing for the foreseeable future. Meantime, the train company says it's established a $1 million community support fund to help rebuild. Rena Roy for Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
We've got some breaking news. The Santa Fe District Attorney is dropping one of the charges against actor Alec Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. It was attached to the involuntary manslaughter charge that they still both face for the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the movie Rust. The DA initially added what is called the gun enhancement charge, which means using a gun to commit a crime. But at the time of the shooting, New Mexico law said the charge could only apply if the gun was brandished, meaning the gun was displayed with intent to injure a person. Baldwin and Gutierrez-Reed are due in court on Friday.
New at noon, it was once a disease that led to the death of millions worldwide. But now, researchers have confirmed a fifth person has been cured of HIV. Officials announced a 53-year-old German man had no detectable virus in his body even after stopping medication 4 years ago. He's one of a small group of people who have been cured under extreme circumstances after a stem cell transplant. While modern medicine has allowed patients to have undetectable HIV levels, 650,000 people die from HIV-related illnesses worldwide in 2021.
Still ahead on Eyewitness News at noon, the windstorm that led to havoc at a sailing competition.
And the new makeover in the works for the Lincoln Memorial that will highlight civil rights history.